Strategies for protecting yourself and your employer from any kind of liability. Well, you prevent them from driving. If you have served someone any liquor, your legal rights become particularly at risk the moment that person gets behind the wheel of a car. So your best strategy is to prevent that from happening. Once they begin to show visible signs of intoxication, you've got to take corrective action. You cut them off. Remove any alcohol from the guest. You stop any more alcohol service to them. Suggest a hotel or another place where they can spend the night, like a friend's. And when it's time for them to go home, they leave via taxi cab, a friend, or a spouse. If you do not let them drive away or walk away, for the most part, you should be fine. This is an example of a logbook. First off, by law, you do not have to keep one. It's just a very valuable tool that can be used in the defense of a liability lawsuit. For a logbook to be effective, it's got to be a book that you cannot add or remove pages from. For it to be effective, it must be written in every single day. We suggest that you write in it at shift change. Let's say you got the day shift. You cut Charlie off at 3 o'clock. It's now 5 o'clock. The other bartender's on. Well, here comes Charlie, because your regulars will know your schedule better than you know. And the following bartender can look and read the logbook and say, "Sorry, Charlie, come see us tomorrow." The documentation has got to be done daily. If you are closed, note that. You also have to show when the day ended. It's just that documentation is a very valuable tool to defend yourself in the event of any legal action. What to write down? Well, you want to describe in detail every incident in which you refuse to serve someone alcohol. This is a good way to communicate to others who come on shift after you to be aware of persons who might have been cut off earlier and who might be waiting for you to get off shift before returning to your establishment. Write down the person's name if possible, or at least their description, as well as any witnesses. Write down what the person had to drink. Also, describe any kind of disturbances in detail. If minors attempt to drink at or enter a restricted establishment or an area of an establishment restricted to persons 21 years of age or older, note that as well. In an eventual lawsuit, a well-kept logbook can be the best witness for your defense. Say a person comes into your bar, leaves sober, gets drunk in another bar, and then eventually kills someone. The deceased person's family sues you and the other bar. And the other bar claims you overserved him. Well, if you have a well-kept logbook that logs every patron who appears to be intoxicated and what you did to prevent them from becoming intoxicated, you can use that logbook in your defense. And because the log entries would have been made well before you would have any reason to lie, the logbook can be powerful evidence for your defense.